as KEBS, I can decide to come up with a request of a particular standard, but it has to be in line with the scope of that particular technical committee. For example, now our committee is on funeral service. There's no way I can say I want to come up with a requirement for your uniforms. That one will be out of order because the scope of this particular committee does not cover the dressing code of that particular person. It has to be the need that has been felt by every other consumer, every other stakeholder, every other person, not just specific people. And then we also have government ministries can come up with can suggest a standard to be developed. We have corporate bodies, regulatory authorities. In this case, I understand it's KPO. I'm not so sure about it. And then an NGO can also float a request to KEBS that we need a standard in this particular sector. What are some of the benefits of stakeholders' involvement? We need to involve as many stakeholders as possible so that this standard can be widely accepted. Because if I don't involve as many people and just involve the 18, the level of acceptance of this particular standard on the market can be low as to what I could have expected if I include many people. And that is why we always wanted to go to the public review, so that when we get the comments, it's as many comments from as many stakeholders as possible. And then standards also help people build confidence between KEBS and stakeholders. Many people, when they hear about KEBS, they're always on their run. I've never understood why. When you just hear KEBS, everybody is looking for what is wrong. No. Not everything that you do is wrong. Most of the things that people do are right, but just because they know KEBS, I don't know what they do, that make people run that fast, I've never known. But stakeholders' involvement help build or bring back that confidence that people need. And the standards help enhance market access of products and services. For example, we've come up with the standards for house operators. So those people who use your services can actually feel, okay, so now we have standards for this. When I go to this particular organization, or when you go to Cooper, Kenya, and you need their services, you know they're up to standard. The services that are giving, they're good. So you'll not get less of what you need. And therefore, it enhances our market needs and our market access. Then it helps comply with regulations. We might have regulations that people do not comply to. But now when you have a standard, and this standard has been cited in different regulations that we have, regulations and policies that we have around the country, it will help now people to comply. As much as you're complying to that particular regulation, you are now complying to this other particular standard that is important to you, the way that particular regulation is also important to you. All right. And that is the end of my presentation for today. And thank you so much.
Shall we appreciate Angela? She's done a good job, explained quite a number of things, and we are in agreement. We need standards. I want to ask Ezra to come on and then he will tell us where to go next.
Thank you, Angela. Can we give a round of applause again? That is Kenya Bureau of Standards for you. So you can see that we are trying to come up with standardization in the funeral industry. And I'll really urge Angela that we have experts here now There are people from South Africa, Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Malawi, people who are running big funeral companies. We can share our colleagues from United States. They'll now give us, I want you to have a round table discussion so that it helps us now to improve on the whatever we are trying to work on. And then also Kenya Airways is here on the cargo so that you also see in terms of repatriation what standards can be delivered. The good thing with Kenya is Kenya Bureau of Standards as it is, whatever guideline they come with, it's always like a law. So you don't need to go to the legislation so that to pass an act of parliament. Even Kenya Bureau itself, so long they come up with a guideline, you must adhere with it. So we can come with laws in different sectors. Kenya Airways Cargo can develop certain rules and regulations. That one will help us in coming up a law. Kenya Bureau can do the same. It can help us in law. So we are urging other member countries. You don't need to have to run to your members of parliament or the legislation. Try to work with a regulatory agency so that you develop anything. Let's say if it's a public health that is trying to do something on the mortuary or funeral site, just try to talk with them so that they can anchor something as a policy, which can also help as you now work on general. Otherwise, if you leave it like that, then you know the repercussion of how people will be taking over. And once those people take over, they'll now try to come up with things that suit them. So thank you, Angela. She is my boss, and she is directing us very well. And you can see as an association, we are just trying to bring professionalism in the industry as we work with you people, the funeral professionals, so that we take the next level. So in that, thank you very much. We shall continue developing standards for this industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. On behalf of the management of the hotel, I want to apologize for the inconveniences that we have encountered. It was not foreseen, and so it's not by design. So kindly accept the apologies, and we want to proceed to go and have our tea break. Tea is being served out there, so if you can find your way out there. There's a correction here just before we take a break. I want to call on Jennifer to come and give us a presentation or a message from the president of SAFPA from South Africa, and then when we are done, we will be able to proceed out for our tea break. Jennifer, please. Shall we appreciate him as he's making his way here?
Thank you very much, Program Director. Greetings to everyone that is here. My name is Mojalefa Pofolo from South Africa. Last night I got a call from the President asking for a brief of the progress of the convention or conference, and I did so, gave him a brief, and he extended his message and asked that I please represent and speak on behalf of him here. It was his wish that he would have joined this convention, but he had an operation 2 weeks ago, which he believed that he would have recovered and been able, but the doctor could not give him clearance to be here for the convention. As I've said, my name is Mujalfa Pofolo. I am an NGC member of SAFPA. Today I'm sent but humbled by the big shoes I fill today. I stand here on behalf of SAFPA President Libo Mnisi. He sends his greetings to all in attendance and wants to first congratulate Fusak on their 10th annual conference. One of his words is that unity is power. To the AFFS, that the African unity is critical. The alignment of this industry throughout Africa and the rest of the world is critical. There has been a number of discussions always, but no implementation has taken. I want to congratulate the current executive of AFFS based on the briefing they gave me in Cape Town, South Africa, of the speedy registration of this organization. It says and shows commitment that really unity in Africa is something that we are content and are going to do. May you always be consistent with everything that you do. Thank you very much. That is a message from our president in South Africa. Something that Vice President Sean said yesterday, he said nobody got to where they are by themselves. And maybe I want to align myself with a statement that was made by the Vice President to say that indeed what our president in South Africa is saying, that unity is power. Let us unite and do what you have wished and what we have wished as an organization of AFFS. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Shall we appreciate him once again? Ladies and gentlemen, we will have to take our break, and kindly we walk through that door. We will find them waiting for us so that they serve tea, and we will convene here within 30 minutes, and then we wrap up this seminar in good time. Kindly, please.
So they're just asking where the wheel. Yeah.